everyone. Well, welcome to the first episode of the Lonely Boy podcast. Um, I'm sort of just recording it because my friends they hate me and they don't want to talk. So I'm just recording this podcast all by myself. But I got it connected to Jojo somehow. So Josefumi is Lonely podcast. And I am Josefumi because Josefumi is actually like one of my favorite characters in the whole series, probably my favorite with part 8 Kira, Johnny and Gyro because they're all like just like really epic. You know? Like sometimes they're just cool and that will be the first podcast episode. That's what it's going to be about. I'm sort of just doing this off the cuff. Yeah, my favorite characters in JoJo, they're kind of like it's like Josefumi, part 8 Kira, Johnny and Gyro. They're kind of like the top 4, and then after that it's just like kind of weird because JoJo's got a lot of good characters, as in only part 7 and 8, because the other 6 parts are absolute trash. Part 7 and 8 are the only good parts, and that's mainly why my videos are all just about part 8. Because, well, first of all, it's what everyone just wants to, they just want to, like, talk about. They should talk about part 8 because it's, like, the newest part. But at the same time, only 3 people have watched part 8, but those 3 people, they're, like, very vocal. And, I haven't talked much about part 7, but, despite my first video being part 7 is absolute shit, part 7 is actually, like, one of my, it's either my favorite or my second favorite behind part 8. Because the thing that people don't seem to understand is that, the video was kind of a joke. That was a joke video. So yeah. I started a Discord call with my friends in order to record a podcast episode, but I forgot that Discord only lets you join the call for like 5 minutes. So before like kicking you out, because of something that has to do with like bandwidth or something. So I might just like call. I might just call again, and yeah, I guess I'll just keep talking until someone would like actually join. But yeah, if you're still watching this, thank you. This isn't like my other content, obviously, but this is also just like this is just a giant joke. I just hit the record button after my friends are just like, nah, fuck you. We don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Uh, okay, what do we talk about? Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about my favorite characters. So yeah, I guess I feel like I'm missing something I'm supposed to say. Uh okay, if you're going to enjoy me just talking, oh fuck. If you enjoy me just talking to myself for probably like 30 minutes to an hour, I'm guessing this is gonna be. Oh shit, yeah, Discord just kicked me out. Okay, so if you enjoy this, make sure to do all the stuff. I have socials too. No one seems to know about them. I have a Twitter. I also have a Discord server. I stream on Twitch like once a week or something. I usually just play video games in there. I've been playing Earthbound. As in, I've only done one stream where I just played Earthbound because I like that game. And I have a Patreon, but no one's really. I think there's like one dude who's donating, but besides that, there's like no other donations. So yeah, that's sad. Okay, but yes, now going to the actual topic of the video. 5 minutes in. Oh wow, you're so great, Jojodoss. So my favorite characters in all of JoJo. I guess we can start in order. Well, no, we're not because we're gonna start with Gyro. You see, Gyro, he's pretty cool. You know, I like his spin stuff, and I like that he's like a mentor to Johnny, but like he's also like growing, you know, with himself too. He's not, he's like a mix. A lot of people say he's like a mix between the two Zappellis and Joseph, and you know, at first glance, you're just like confused, like how do you become a mix of Caesar and Joseph? But Gyro somehow does the impossible, which is, you know, very cool of him. Yeah, Gyro is just very legendary. You know, I really like legendary people because I'm a big fan of myself. Uh, okay, so yeah, you know, Gyro's just really cool. I like the I like how goofy he is too. You know, I like that random chapter in like the middle of like all the things where it's like the 7 days a week chapter where Gyro turns stupid on when Gyro turned stupid on Wednesday. That was probably like my favorite part of that's probably my favorite part of Steel Ball Run. You know, um, yeah. So that's pretty much it when it comes to when it comes to Gyro Zeppeli. So we're going to talk about Johnny Joestar next, and why. In just a short summary, I'm just gonna explain to you why he's one of my favorite characters, but let's actually call my friends on Discord again and let's see if they answer this time. And if they don't, you can truly tell how great my friends are. Alright, I started it. First ring. Second ring. Oops, someone left instantly. Third ring. Fourth ring. How many are there? Like 7? Fifth ring. Sixth ring. Seventh ring. Oh, there's another one. Eighth ring. Ninth ring. I think it's 10. 10th ring. Never mind, there's another one. 11 rings. 12 rings. Call it Ariana Grande 5 out of 7. Okay. Fuck, I made a bad joke there. Okay, so I am again alone in the voice chat. So let's just move on to why Johnny Joestar is also one of my favorite characters in JoJo. Yeah. So I just, I just really liked Johnny's arc and his story, and he starts out as just, well, if you want to go way back, he starts off as pretty cool, pretty nice, and then he just like stuff happens, but then he becomes like ultra baller. You know, he's just like, he's like the coolest kid around town. He's like all of that. But then something happens and he's pretty much useless. He thinks he's useless. He's stupid. Thinks he's stupid, and all of that. And that's pretty much just like the first half of Steel Ball Run, which I really enjoy. Being genuine here, I actually like the fact that he's actually like really like relatable, because I myself find myself like I shouldn't say that word. I find myself pretty stupid myself. So it's good that I can mesh well with that character. Yeah. Um yeah, so Johnny Joestar is like really cool. You know, a lot of people, they complain about Johnny Joestar. I honestly just don't think they read the part correctly, or they're just too small brained to comprehend how amazing Steel Ball Run is. Yeah, they're probably just jealous of Araki, jealous of his fame. Yeah. And I also like Johnny Stand a lot. Tusk is like really cool. He has like a literal gun, and that's amazing to see in a setting that's the Wild West. You know, the main character pretty much having a stand that's just a gun. Yeah, that was like really fun. When he just goes like pew pew with his fingernails. Yeah, it's very enjoyable. And yeah, that's pretty much why Johnny's my oh yeah, his design's absolute niceness, absolute goated. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I really like Johnny Joestar. So when it comes to the cream of the crop, my favorite characters, that's pretty much the two in Steel Ball Run. No one from parts 1 to 6, because 1 to 6 are honestly just kind of like in terms of part 7 and part 8, because those are the actual goated ones. Um, yes, yeah. Now we go to the two Jojolian characters, which are my personal favorite. Part 8 Kira and Josefumi. So let's start with Part 8 Kira. Yeah, see, Part 4 Kira, honestly, kind of terrible. He's definitely in the bottom half of my favorite villains. That could be another podcast episode where I rank the villains, but I genuinely don't like Part 4 Kira. But Part 8 Kira, man, that guy's the legend. He's the absolute GOAT, man. Actual GOAT god tier. Like, man, he's so cool, bro. Bro, Part 8 Kira's design, bro. It's like probably the most comfortable design in JoJo. Like in my ranking appearance video, it was probably like my second real video on the channel. I said that Gappy had the best protagonist design because it was most comfortable to wear. Uh, Bro, Part 8 Kira has the most comfortable design in the whole series, man. He's pretty much the basis of Gabby's design. Oh, my Discord just got disconnected again because stuff. Yeah. So you know, shit, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so yeah, part 8 Kira, his design is just like the basis of Gappy's, and they're practically the same thing. But I love part 8 Kira. I just love his hat way more than Gappy's. Gappy, his hat is kind of like a bowl, so I think that like if I were to wear it, it would I'd kind of like feel the edges and stuff. But part 8 Kira, man, feels like it's like elastic, like underneath a balloon, man. That feels so soft, like just like a band of elastic, like right under like a pillow or whatever. It looks so soft, bro. It feels so nice, like like his design is so good. And Gyro and Johnny, they also have like really goated designs, but part 8 Kira, his design is like also like really comfy and like really nice. I think this is just me saying that I want to be a sailor. Yeah. But yeah, I after gawking about his design for like the past 2 minutes, I want to talk about how nice his Killer Queen. I like the part 8 Killer Queen more just because it's got multiple sheer heart attacks. Sheer heart attack is like probably one of my favorite stands, if you can even call it that. But I really like sheer heart attack, and I wasn't really a fan of how part 4 Kira only used it once. I feel like it would have been like really cool and important, especially in like his fight with Josuke. We're talking about part 4 here, like his fight with Josuke at the very end. I feel like he as well like the bubbles, he could have used a sheer heart attack, but we just completely forget about that. Well, part 8 Kira, man, this dude uses sheer heart attack more than Killer Queen's actual ability, and that's just goaded. Like this guy, he has multiple sheer heart attacks. It just shows you that he's multiple layers of just amazingness. So yeah, he like uses sheer heart attacks for everything, and like it works a bit different too. And I just find that very useful. How his stand is actually like really useful, unlike another Kira. And I'm not talking about the one from Death Note, if you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, I really like his stand. Sheer heart attack's pretty cool, and also like the difference is that the difference mainly between the Killer Queens and sheer heart attacks is that like where part 4 Kira, his like stuff is like more like toned down It's like a silent explosion. Part 4 Kira, he just does not care. He'll explode anything in sight, and everyone across the valley will see it, and that's a very flamboyant of him, which is similar to the Joestars because he is a Joestar, and that's actually like really cool to me. He's like a cool stand, and makes it even cooler. And then you also add that Gothic Joestar build and power. Like, bro, how can you not love him? So yeah, that's kind of it for Party Kira. Man, I love him. He's out of the four, he's probably like my favorite of the favorite. But probably because honestly, it really just depends on who I last read. Like if I last read them, they're my favorite. If I last read Johnny and Gyro, like they're my favorite. I'm just really weird. So the last character we're gonna talk about is Josefumi, and a lot of y'all are probably surprised that Josefumi is one of my favorite characters. But Josefumi, man, that dude is an absolute legend, bro. He's an absolute legend. Like that man's like an absolute legend, man. Like, bro, I don't want to spoil too much stuff here, honestly, because honestly, I want that watch retention, that watch time, and if I spoil a bunch of stuff, then people are gonna leave, and I kind of don't want to do that because I'm trying to get monetization. It's kind of hard to do that when all my videos are like 2 minutes long and I upload weekly. So please just watch my videos, man. I want money. Okay, I want money. So yeah, Josefumi. I don't want to spoil it, but his stand, like if you know what his stand is, his stand's kind of goated. It works differently. It's pretty goated. It did some goated stuff, and it did a lot of goated stuff to like kind of like start something. Look, if you've seen the part, you know what I'm talking about. Like you know what I'm talking about if you read the part, and I just really like that. Also, his design, absolute fire, man. His design is absolute fire. It's so cool. It's so good, man. It's so good. That design is so good, man. It's so good. Like, it's just absolute fire, man. Like, and also, just another thing is that his story is kind of sad. It's like really, like, the more you think about it, the more sad it gets. Just like knowing everything about it. Like the more like you just like realize a bunch of stuff, the more you feel bad for him. And I love that. That's so good, man. It's so freaking good. It's so epic. It's so, man, it's so good. It's so good. Like, dude, he's just so cool. He's so cool, man. He's just so cool, bro. He's so cool. Like, all the stuff he does is just filled with amazing coolness. Like, man, he's so cool. Yeah, that's kind of it. For my like the cream of the crop. The most tasty, delicious characters. I just default to those four. There are other characters that I love, like Joshu, Jobin, Hot Pants, Diego, Funny Valentine, obviously Kyo Nijimura, or I guess it's K Nijimura now. Um, I'm just naming Part 7 and Part 8 characters because they're honestly just like all good. If I had to name a character from the first 6 parts, it's probably Fugo because of Purple Haze feedback. Bro, Purple Haze feedback is so good. Yeah, probably Fugo. Maybe Anasui from Part 6. He's a goat. Not as goated as like all of the Part 7, Part 8 characters, but he's a goat. I guess Joseph. He's like probably like my favorite Joestar in the original Bart. Yeah, he's also kind of goated. Man, who else is there? I guess Diego. not Diego. I meant Dio. You see, that's how much I like Part 10 and Part 8. Instead of me messing up instead of me saying Dio instead of Diego, well, I guess it kind of works. I said Diego instead of Dio. That's that's how much you know that that's how much you know that I like these parts and stuff. Okay. So yeah, I think that's kind of like all I want to mention. Um so thank you for can you even do you even call it a podcast if it's with one person? That's something that I'd like you people in the comments to talk about. Would one person count as a podcast? And if it doesn't count as a podcast to you, then what would you call it? Um, yeah, I'll probably call this Josefumi's Lonely Podcast or something like that. But I'll probably just call it Josefumi's. No, that wouldn't work. I'll probably call the video title Josefumi's Lonely Podcast, and then yeah, just like chill from there. Make sure you comment if one person, if just one person talking for like 20-30 minutes would count as a podcast. Yeah, like the video, share, subscribe, all that. Make sure to go on my other socials, man. I have a Discord server. I have a Twitter. Y'all gotta hook up on those, man. They're goated. They're absolutely goated. You're kind of missing the whole fun and the party and stuff if you're not checking those out. As well as my Twitch, but not so much. And support me on Patreon if you really love me, I guess. You don't really have to, but if you want to, just support me on Patreon. I have rewards and stuff, but honestly, I can't even tell you if I'll actually get to that. This outro is really long, so I'm just gonna end it here. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a nice day.